Good day, dear children. It was Act 2, Scene 1. We had taken a part of it. We are coming to the second part of the video. Now, we saw in Act 1 the Tempest, and then Shakespeare exposes us to all the important characters: Prospero, Caliban, Ariel, Miranda, and we almost now know all their characters, how Ariel is, how Caliban is. So here in the Act 2, Scene 1, we meet the six survivors that Ariel had gathered in another part of the island. Alonso, Sebastian, Antonio, Gonzalo, Adrian, Francisco. These six people are there. Now, this scene, it is a tomfoolery of that is happening. Certain important points are there that you have to look into. Antonio in Sebastian is busy trolling Gonzalo. Gonzalo is not giving in. We saw that in the first part. Now, and Alonso is pretty sure, damn sure, that some fish has eaten up Ferdinand. And Ferdinand is not alive. Then Francisco introduces a dialogue of hope. A dialogue of hope saying that, "Sir, he may live. Why do you think that he died? He may live. I saw him beat the surges waves under him, and ride upon their backs, whose backs the back of the waves. He trod the water, whose enmity he flung aside. He left the water and walked towards the shore, and breasted the surge most swollen that met him very bravely. He swam against the waves, his bold head above the contentious waves he kept, and oared himself with his good arms in lusty stroke. In a grand manner he entered the shore, to the shore that over his wave-worn bases bird, as stooping to relieve him. I not doubt he came alive to the land. He is very sure that Ferdinand has come alive to the land." Now we see a different picture of Ferdinand from the previous scene. In the previous scene, Ferdinand is a lover, romantic lover, and then he is he gives in easily to Prospero because of Prospero's magic. That is a different matter, but he is a little bit submissive, we don't see. But here, Ferdinand is a courageous person. He has beaten the waves, and he is Francisco brings us such a picture of a courageous Ferdinand. Alonso, no, he is gone. Alonso is still sticking on to his gloomy notions. And then Sebastian comes in. Sebastian pokes at him. "Sir, you may thank yourself for this great loss. You are responsible for this loss. That would not bless our Europe with your daughter. You did not let your daughter marry a European. So you are responsible for this loss, but rather lose her to an African, where she at least is banished from your eye." Now, how long it will take to see you? Will you be able to see her again? Who had cause to wet the grief on it? So why are you crying? You are responsible for it. Alonso, Pradeep, please leave me alone. Sebastian won't leave. Sebastian says, "You were kneel to an importuned, otherwise by all of us begged with you not to marry her off to this African prince." And the fair soul herself, even Claribel herself, was not interested in marrying this one. Weighed between loathness and obedience. But she did not like, but she married because she just did not want to disobey you. At which end, oh, the beam should bow. We have lost your son, I fear, forever. We have lost, because we went, because of this journey, we have lost your son. And the journey was taken to marry off your daughter. Milan and Naples have more widows in them of this business making than we bring men to comfort them. The fault's your own. To have one husband, one daughter to be married and getting a husband, many women in Milan and Naples have lost their husbands. They have lost their husbands because Sebastian thinks, and all of them thinks, only 6 of them have survived. All the others are drowned. That means their wives have become widows. So thus Milan and Naples are having more widows now. because of this business. What is this business? This marriage business. This marriage business has, because of marriage business, many people have lost their husbands, and you have, so he is not bothering about the son. You have lost both your, the fault's your own. Alonso, so is the dearest or the loss. Even I have the same loss. I have lost my only daughter and only son. Why don't you think that? Gonzalo, my lord Sebastian, the truth you speak doth lack some gentleness. You're so crude. You're being very rude to, by what you're saying is truth, but there is a way of saying it. You're hurting. You're nudging at the wound, and time to speak it in. You rub the sore when you should bring plaster. You're nudging at the wound when you should be pacifying him. Instead of pacifying him, you are increasing his sadness. Sebastian, very well. And most chirurgeonly, like a surgeon, he is cutting the wound. Who Antonio says, Gonzalo, it is foul weather in us all. All of us are in a bad mood. Good sir, when you are cloudy, when we are gloomy, all of us are in a bad mood. Don't worry, sir. Sebastian, foul weather? Very foul. Because earlier they said this weather is very good, the air is very fine, and now they are telling foul weather. They are contrasting themselves. Then Sir Gonzalo says, had I plantation on this isle, my lord? So he is trying to divert the attention of Alonso. He is bringing in a new topic. That if so it was a time in Elizabethan period, England, from people from England were going to different parts of the world on expeditions and colonizing. So he says, had I colony on this island, he sowed with nettle seed. He'll sow it with nettle seed, means thorny plants, thorny weeds, useless, waste plants. Sebastian, or docks or mallows, they are also waste plants. Gonzalo, and were the king on it, what would I do? If I was the king on this island, what would I do? Sebastian, escape being drunk for want of wine. You don't have wine to drink, so you will escape being drunk. Gonzalo, the Commonwealth, I would buy contraries. On the contrary, this is what not the usual thing. I'm going to do something unusual. Execute all things. Which are the things? No kind of traffic. Traffic here means trade, buying and selling, commerce. There won't be any commerce, would I admit. No name of magistrate. There won't be a court of justice here. Letters should not be known. No schools, no formal schooling, no education. Oh, so happy thinking about it. Yeah, no education, no formal education. Children will be, or people will be learning by observing things around. Riches, poverty, nobody will be rich, nobody will be poor. And use of service, none. There won't be any use, no postman, no milkman, no drivers, no occupation. Contract succession. Nobody will own anything. So my son will not get my, like that point is not there. No succession. Bound of land. There won't be no walls. Bond means a limit. There won't be any limit. No walls, no fences. Tilt, vineyard, none. There won't be agriculture. No use of metal, corn or wine or oil. None of these things will be there. There won't be any corn being cultivated, no wine, no oil, no occupation. All men idle. Everybody will sleep as long as they want, get up when they like, go around, pluck some fruits and eat. And all men will be idle, and women too, but innocent and pure. They will all be innocent and pure. No sovereignty. So here, Gonzalo is contrasting himself. First, he said that if I am the king in the beginning, now he says no sovereignty, there will be no king. Earlier also he had slipped. He compared Claribel to Widow Dido. You heard how he was trolled for that. Now he is a no sovereignty. Sebastian catches there. Yet he would be king on it. There will be no sovereignty, but he will be king on it. Antonio, the latter end of his commonwealth, forgets the beginning. When he reached the end, he forgot the beginning. Gonzalo, all things in common nature should produce. Nature will produce apple, orange, grapes, everything. Nature will produce. Without sweat or endeavor, with nobody will work for it, it will just produce on its own. Treason, felony, sword, pike, knife, gun, or need of any engine, felony, murder, burglary. There won't, nobody will cheat anybody. All these weapons will not be there. No machines. Engine here means machines. No machines will be there. Would I not have? But nature should bring forth of its own kind all poison in plenty. All the fruits and vegetables nature should produce in plenty, all abundance to feed my innocent people. Sebastian, no marrying among his subjects. Kalyanam illade. No marrying among his subjects. None man, all idle. Everybody is just living as they like. Gonzalo, I would with such perfection govern, sir, to excel the golden age. What is a golden age? The Elizabethan period. That is a golden age when England went out into the world and conquered almost the whole of world under them. Sebastian, save his majesty. Long live Gonzalo. Do you mark me, sir? Alonso, Prithee, no more. Thou dost talking nothing to me. I am not interested in all these things. Please don't talk this to me. Gonzalo, I do well believe, Your Highness, I do believe you are not interested in, and did it to minister occasion to these. I was just giving an occasion for these gentlemen who are of such sensible and nimble tongues, they're waiting to laugh. That they always used to laugh at nothing. They laugh at nothing. So let them laugh, I thought. Antonio, it was you we laughed at. We were laughing at you. Gonzalo, who in this kind of merry fooling and nothing to you. You consider me as nothing. So you may continue and laugh at nothing still. You are, when you laugh at me, you are laughing at nothing. Antonio, what a blow was there given, and it had not fallen flat long. Means we understood it. You are gentlemen. Oh, you are gentlemen of brave metal. You are very brave people. You can even, you would left the moon out of you will take the moon out of its orbit. If she would continue in it 5 weeks without changing, if you want, you will do impossible things. Hyperbole. You are great people, courage. You will do anything. Gonzalo also tries to give them back. So I stopped there from the next one. In Ariel enters, it is the next part. It is again important. The scene is every part of it is important. Okay, so we stop here. The rest we will continue in the next class. Thank you, dear children.